What up, y'all? It is Araneae Storm checking in for the Animal Medicine Totem series. I'm excited to be here today on this beautiful, glorious, sunny day. You know what I'm saying? I know it's been a lot going on. It's been a lot. Like I told y'all, whoever y'all that's been looking at the weekly astrology video, this is the season finale of the Real House Politic and Hoes of the U.S. Now, I didn't say that on there, but I'm saying it here. And so, the craziness with the North Node in Gemini right now shall commence. You know what I mean? Hey, we knew this was coming, and it's here. So we just kind of navigating it the way we possibly can, navigating it in the most uplifting way that we possibly can in these times. This week specifically, though, I want to talk about the energy of the spider, and why specifically did I choose the spider to focus on this week, because we're piggybacking off of the bat animal totem, which we're talking about shadow work, and then we're going to be talking about, I completely just lost my train of thought. That was crazy. Like, I had a download and then it just came and went. But anyway, we're going to be talking about how, since we talked about the bat animal totem, that's where I was. I caught it. The bat animal totem, and how we talked about transmutation and, navigating our darkness, navigating our shadow, navigating our trauma, and being able to move through it. And so that's how we use the energy of the spider. I also will be talking about, the spider in relation, I should say, to my name, Araneae Storm, and what that comes from. Because a lot of people have asked me, oh my God, or they'll be like, oh, I love your name, or I love your name. What does your name mean? So I will definitely be talking about that. But before I start, for everybody who is tuning in, and the link will be below for sure, I am going to be hosting a Mars activation class for the Scorpio New Moon. I'm excited because this is going to be my second class that I'm hosting. The first one that I hosted was a North Node, South Node class, which I will be bringing back for the month of December. And also, we're going to be having classes. I'm going to be hosting classes once a month, starting this Scorpio New Moon. Like I said, this will be pretty much my first class that I've done on my own. Besides being invited to speak and things like that. So definitely come through. I'm going to be talking about how you can use your Mars to harness your Plutonic energy, wherever your Pluto sign is, whatever house it falls in, and how you can use the energy of the Mars energy that's completely activated right now, because Mars will be retrograde right around the time. Actually, before the Scorpio New Moon, Mars will be going direct. I think it's November 13th. So how to use this unlocked Mars energy to transmute your Plutonic energy, what Scorpio is, what Scorpio means, what Pluto is, what Pluto means, what Mars is, what Mars means, because energy is high as shit right now. And I figured the best way for us to be able to kind of come together, the best way for us to be able to harness all this energy that's been building up, this build-up energy, this Mars retrograde build-up, the suppression of energy, Scorpio season, Mercury, Scorpio retrograde, build-up of energy, will be through my class. So it's going to be pretty dope. It's going to be pre-recorded because I'm not able to go live on YouTube until I have 1,000 subscribers. So what I'm going to do, and then Zoom calls, Google Meets, nah. So what I'm going to end up doing is it's going to be pre-recorded. So you could come in. It's going to be specifically for people who actually sign up for the course. And then I will have it available. It's a donation-based course. So you could pay whatever you want to actually go to this course. But then I will have it up on my website for purchase. So if you missed it that day, then you can actually support your girl, you know what I'm saying, and get it on the website and things like that. So definitely don't want to miss it. I think it's going to be pretty dope. I've been working really hard on this for years now, and I feel like now it's time. I did an activation a couple months ago, I think, for the Cancer. Was it Cancer or Libra? It was either Cancer or Libra, one of those. And it was pretty dope, but I kind of fell off with it only because I was like, all right, so where are we going with this? You know what I mean? I want to be able to not only do an activity with y'all, but I want to be able to, in which we will be doing for the class, but I also want to teach y'all a deeper astrology. So I'm really excited about this shit, you know what I mean? And I would really appreciate it if y'all came through. Tell a friend, tell your homies, tell another homie, so that homie can tell another homie, you know what I'm saying? So if you're watching this right now, I will be promoting this, and you'll actually see it as we move through the rest of the signs. I don't mention it until I get to the Mars series, but the Mars series will be dropping after, which is crazy, right on time, right? It'll be dropping after the course is done. So I will have it, though, in the link. So when you see Mercury Sagittarius video drop tomorrow, it'll be in that link below. And then for the rest of the Mercury series, and then as we move through the Mars series, I will definitely be promoting it heavy. So that's going to be that quick plug, that quick drop. God damn, the sun feels good as shit. And yeah, make sure y'all come through. The link, like I said, will be below. And yeah, or if you want to, if you can't access the link, just hit me up or drop it in the comments and I got you. Okay, so first and foremost, let's get started with why I chose the name Araneae storm. I was trying to look for, I'm like, damn. Okay, so for those of y'all that don't know, because I don't think I really say, like, I just go off of Araneae's energy. And I channel Araneae's energy to bring y'all the messages. But my name is Kru. So for those of y'all that's meeting me, I'm going to try to start saying this in my videos. I'm so used to being like, it's Araneae storm checking in, because Araneae's like her. You know what I mean? She likes to kind of take the whole thing. It's her show. So she's, she's very much so in that energy. But my name is Kru. How I come to grow into Araneae storm was actually through astrology, to be honest. I never even knew the name existed until I actually started doing astrology. I've always had an interest in spiders. Always. They've always been a particular animal that's always come up for me. And so when I was doing more research about the spiders, I said I knew I wanted something with storm, because I've always been fascinated with storms. I love storms. I remember this one time, or just electricity in general. I remember this one time where when I was a kid, I used to take like clothespins, I think they're clothespins. I don't know if it wasn't a clothespin. It was them, when you attach the paper, I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, I can't think of it. Staples. Not a staple, but you can use this pen to kind of attach two papers together. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I used to unravel them motherfuckers. I know what y'all gonna say. Don't go in on me for this shit, but for real, I used to take those, unravel those, and stick them into a socket and act like I was like fixing the socket. I don't know why, but I remember one time I did that shit, and that motherfucker said zook. I was like, oh shit. I mean, my hair was like all over the place. I think I still got the mark from that time. I can't remember, but I remember like my hand was like pulsing. I had like a shock. It's just, I mean, the electricity went through my whole body in like a matter of seconds. It was crazy. It was pretty dope, but it's not something I would try now, but it was definitely something that I randomly just fucking did when I was a kid. I remember it to this day. I remember the day. I remember what I don't even remember remember what I had on, but I remember my hair, and I remember how I felt when I did that. And I was just like fucked for like hours. And I also too have a mark. It actually happened in an accident I was trying to take a nail out of a wall, and it ended up hitting my eye, right here on my eye. And then I think, I don't remember how it happened, but everything happened so fast. I just remember the shit ended up clipping my arm. Like, I don't know how it happened, but there's this mark. You can't see it now. I'm gonna take a picture of it one of these days. There's a mark that I have on my arm, and it looks like a thunderbolt. It's right here on my arm. And one might say, well, I mean, it was an accident. What you expect? Yeah, it was an accident. But the fact that this bitch is still on my arm after years, and I'm not just talking about 5, no. It's been probably like 15 years that this mark, this thunderbolt, this tiny thunderbolt has been on my arm. And so I've always been connected to weather. I've always been connected to the storm, and water, and all the elements, earth, air, because honestly, electricity is made up of all elements. I've always been connected to that energy. So storm is that was just a storm, and just my emotions, sometimes can be really stormy, or just my inner being, my light is very electrifying. I'm very much so the bringer of change, the bringer of constant electrifying waves. I feel like in this world, as I say this, I feel like my body and like going in complete shock, you know what I mean? Or just complete, I'm feeling like the electricity as I say this. And my aura has always been gold. My energy aura, I always picture a golden light as bright as like a storm, or bright as a lightning, magnifying over my body, exuding from my body. So that's where storm came from. But Araneae, like I said, back to that, when I was researching more and just delving deeper, I'm like, why am I so attracted to spiders and things like that? Araneae is actually the order. It's the spider order. So there's so many different types of spiders, and I'm going to get into this too. There's so many different types of spiders and so many different webs. Any web that you see from one spider to another spider is completely different. And no web that somebody's ever found, or no web that somebody's ever seen, is the same. So that, to me, was so intricate. And I was like, oh my God, it goes right with storm. Araneae storm. I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like, I could keep the spider and the symbolism of the spider. I can't make this up. Never happened while I've been recording out here. Hello. You like Araneae? And storm? Okay, tell me how you really feel. No, she didn't. And what else? You better tell her to go home with all that. Anyway, so that was pretty dope, to be honest. So that's where Araneae storm came from. For those of y'all, like I said, my name is Kru. But you could call me Kru, or you could call me Araneae storm, whatever you see first. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's really where Araneae storm came from. So spiders in general, the spider, the medicine, using the medicine of the spider, the animal totem, spirit totem of a spider, is always, first and foremost for me, it is the weaver. The weaver of your own destiny. I'm going to get deep into it, but I have to take it back again, y'all. I had a dream the other night, all right? And the first dream I had about this particular man, this is before he passed away, or before he was murdered by the government. Let's just be real. And we were riding in the back of the car together. This man goes by the name of Nipsey Hussle. And he's also a Pisces rising like me. Rest in peace, my nigga. Before Nipsey passed away, I had a dream about me riding in the back seat. We were both in the back seat. It was dark. We was on a highway. I don't know who the chauffeur was. I don't know who was driving. Honestly, it didn't even feel like somebody was driving at all. It just felt like we were just cruising. I remember he was smoking, and we didn't look at each other. I knew he was there. He knew I was there, but we wasn't like really like he and ha-ha, and it wasn't like no conversation. He was just smoking. We was cruising. I could tell it was music playing, but I couldn't hear what was playing. It was just music. I could feel the vibrations of the music. And I remember looking at him and looking away, and we were just riding. We was cruising. It was dark, and we was on this highway. When I woke up from that dream, I remember I was like, I was, telling my fam, like, I saw Nipsey in my dream. And we didn't say anything, but I didn't understand why I was, like, driving in this car with Nipsey, in the back seat with Nipsey. I didn't understand that. I've always had a connection to Nipsey. I mean, I've loved this man for years. He got me through some of the most trying times of my life. And when I didn't know what the fuck to do, and I didn't know where the fuck to go, or, you know what I'm saying? I remember just playing that nigga back to back. And he's been coming up a lot for me recently. He comes up, but he's recently, like, really been coming up, like, a lot for me. Or I'll see the marathon somewhere, or I'll see a flag, like a marathon somewhere, or I'll just see different symbols, and I know it's him trying to communicate with me specifically. And so, going back to this dream that I had the other day, you know what I'm saying? We was driving on a highway, but me and Nipsey were both in two cars. We were both in two separate cars. And we were speeding down that motherfucker. I'm laughing, he laughing. We were speeding down the highway, and I just remember us reaching out of... Now, I guess I had a car that had... The steering wheel was on the... instead of the left side, it was on the right side. So I remember reaching out the car, and he reached out his car, and we were holding hands. Like, we were... You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, no, oh my God. It was like, yo... You know what I mean? Like, he cussed my hand, like, he clenched my hand, like, you know what I mean? Like, all right. So we speeding up this highway, we laughing. I take my hand, and we both still got our things out, our hand on the wheel. We clutching hands. Then he lets go of my hand, and we're both speeding this highway, like, trying to race each other, trying to beat each other. And then I remember the dream from that cut to Nipsey slowing down and kind of leaving and going onto his own lane. And he was cutting out and going onto another highway. And when I look back, I was still driving. I had my hand on the wheel, but when I look back, I'm like, where is he going? Like, what are you doing? I'm looking like, oh, what, nigga? You know what I mean? Like, what you doing? Where you going? And that was the end of the dream. Like, him cutting off and going on his own lane and about to go on another highway, and me just hands on the wheel looking back at him, but going straight. And so when I say weavers of our own destiny, and I'm talking about this dream that I particularly had, and I was like, spider. That's the first thing I was like, spider. I need to talk about the spider. That first dream that I had was about me not having my hands on my own wheel. Somebody else chauffeuring my life. Nipsey being the example of how to go your own way, how to create your own legacy, how to create your own destiny. And before I even got to this dream, and looking back and being so in such a reflective space of where I've been, I knew that when I stepped off after college and went out and did my own thing instead of staying in my comfortable space that I was in, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't have no hands on the wheel. I had no control. You know, I just knew that I needed to step out and do something different than what I was doing, because I knew something else was calling me. I knew that there was more to life. I knew that there was something else that needed me. It needed me to pick up the phone. So fast forward to this dream, and I got my own car. You know what I mean? A mobile. You feel me? I'm not riding in anybody else's car. This ain't no Uber. You feel me? I got my own hands on my wheel, riding in this car. Nipsey got his own car. I mean, he been had his car. I was probably in his car in that first dream. He got his hands on his wheel in this car. The hands are very powerful to me, and I'm going to talk more about the hands as we move along, but the hands, my hands in particular, are very powerful. So when we touched hands in that dream, he was bestowing, because he had already been, he was letting me know, like, nigga, you have everything here. You have everything already. This is what you use to create, to weave your own destiny, to build your own web, to create your own solid foundation. You don't need me anymore. You don't. I'm going to always be here in my own lane. And I'm going to always be here to see you through your own mission and your own marathon. This is all symbolic, y'all. I've never met Nipsey in person, ever. I've just always been connected to his music since fucking 2011. You know what I mean? It's been a long time coming. So his death really played his life and his death played a major role in my life. And so I say all that to say, like, he was, when he hit my hands and we kind of did that, it was basically saying that you already have everything that you need in order to move forward. If you're watching this, I'm not just talking about me. This is just encompass of everything that I've been talking about. If you're watching this right now, just know that this is my message to you, that you have everything that you need right now in your hands. That the power is in your hands. The power is in your body. The power is in your soul to move forward and keep continuing on your own path. I could have literally in that dream, and I think that's why it stopped, I could have found an exit, got off, and been trying to call this nigga, look for him. But I kept going. I look back because I'm like, damn, like, where you going? But he has his own mission. He carried out his own mission and still has a mission to carry out, even in death, even in his transition to wherever he went. But that was my own calling. That is your calling as I deliver this message. That at the end of the day, regardless who's around, you have to keep going on your path. You have to keep moving. So I say that to say back to the spider animal totem, the spider animal medicine, the grandmother spider, the grandmother that just bestows the knowledge upon you, that passes the lesson from this generation to the next generation. You know, the balance between the past, the balance between the future, the weaver of the web, the beautiful web that you can create, the reality, the power in your hands, the power in your mind, the power in this vessel, your soul, to create your own destiny, to take it there, to go there, to take that risk. I didn't even have a seatbelt on. I could have literally been speeding and crashed into some shit. I ain't have no seatbelt. I ain't have no destination. I ain't have nowhere to go. It was just me speeding up that fucking highway. I was fucking glowing like I am now. You know what I mean? I was glowing. You know what I mean? My hair was in the wind. You know what I mean? I was feeling myself. Like, I was just like, yeah, you know I'm about to smoke your shit, right? Like, it was just, and that's the energy that I'm going to feel every single day carrying this shit out. You are the weaver of your destiny through your sounds, through voice, through the things that you allow into your web. You know what I mean? You are the center, like a spider, being the center of its web. You are the center of your entire universe. So what you are seeing now before you, if it doesn't fit your web of life, if it doesn't fit your web of destiny, it's time to make some fucking changes. And I think it's the energy of like this week moving into this next week as we move along. And I think, yeah, that's when Mars goes direct. Once again, make sure you come to my class. Link will be below. It's time. It's time to make it pop. It's time to make it hot. You create your reality. And through this transformation, through this transmutation, through this alchemizing time, through the death of the old world into this new world that we're moving into, now is your chance. Now is your chance to put your hands on the wheel. I don't know if y'all have heard this song by Schoolboy Q, but this song has been playing, and it played after my dream, but it kept playing over and over in my head. But it was, hands on the wheel, you know, fuck that. Hands on the wheel, you know, fuck that. Hands on the wheel. That's what it's time to put your motherfucking hands on the wheel. It's time to weave your own web of life in this reality. You can't do that with anybody else. You can't wait. You can't wait for other motherfuckers to do it for you. You have to understand and figure out what you need, what your world is going to look like, and the people will come. The opportunities will come. The doors will open. But you have to decide your path. The universe will support you on this path in the direction that you want to go. Your guides will support you, but you have to choose your path. My leg is falling asleep. Ooh. I got to stand up real quick. My bad. Ooh. You feel me? You have to choose the path. You have to create the foundation. You have to stand tall in the decision that you make. Oh! Ah! My legs, babe. My legs. I'm sorry, boo. I'm sitting on these rocks. My legs like, fuck this shit. You are the engineer, you are the architect, you are the creator of your destiny. And you cannot allow anybody to make that decision for you. I feel like the Avatar, y'all. I can tell. Y'all can tell I've been watching the Avatar, nigga. Gotta get them legs moving, G. Gotta get them legs. Ooh. So I say this all to say, just like a spider when they are coming up on their prey, and when the prey attaches to their web, or when they trap you into the web, that aggression that comes out when they finally get to the meal of the day, it's the same energy that you need to have for your destiny. The same energy that you need to have. The same passion that you need to feel when you, and using that energy when you get that meal or creating that plate. You know what I mean? Like just all in, all hands on deck. Mama gotta feed the fucking spiders, the rest of the spiders out here. Spiders creating the web of life. Spiders creating the world. And weaving the destiny. Alright? I'm not going to keep going with y'all. I'm not going to keep saying this because I'm sure you've already heard what I'm saying. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I want y'all to meditate. I want y'all to really meditate and look around at your surroundings. The things, another hawk. Motherfuckers always coming out. There they go. Looking at your surroundings. It is coming in my path as we speak. Hello, hawk. Aye, aye, hawk. Looking right at me. On the power lines, though? This is a G. Y'all, this hawk, I need y'all to see this. I need y'all to see this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Can y'all see this? Is at the top? You see? This one. There you go. There you go. Right there. Ding, ding, ding. Gotcha. And another one. You see them? 2 hawks. This ain't about y'all. See, always trying to steal the spot to shine. Ain't nobody asked y'all to come over here. You're being nosy. Anyway, y'all. You know what I mean? This is... What was I saying? Oh, I want y'all to just meditate on your surroundings. I want you to meditate on your current life right now. And if there's anything in your life, if you're just like, you know what, I'm living my best life, ain't going back and forth with you niggas, it's great, don't worry about me, cool. But if you're looking around like, you know what, I can actually do, I appreciate what you have now. But I could actually upgrade. I could do this could be a little different in my life. And I'm not just talking about career. This is relationships, partnerships, family dynamics. This is all of it. It's everything. Inside yourself. This is everything. Your home space, your life, everything. I want y'all to meditate on that. You can leave comments below if you want to. You can email me if you would like to. Yeah, that's what I'm going to leave y'all with. And we just going to keep it pushing. Next one that y'all see, we will be in Sagittarius season. So, will we be in Sagittarius season? No, we won't be in Sagittarius season. We'll have one before we move into the Sagittarius animal totem of the month. So, we got bats. We have spider. And we've had some in the past, but we're just going to start a whole clean new slate since we're keeping it going. All right? But you already know what it is. It's a rainy storm checking in, checking out. Like I said, y'all make sure y'all come to the Scorpio New Moon event, the Mars activation, Mars Plutonic activation that we'll be diving deep into November 15th at 4:44 p.m. EST. Link below. I hope to see y'all there. Like I said, pass it around, tell a friend, tell your homies. And this is Crew, also known as a rainy storm. And I'll be seeing y'all soon, all right? Deuces.